I must confess that I did not expect to be making another video about Antonio Brown this soon. My oh my, how things yet again escalated quickly. So less than a week after making his Patriots debut and catching a few passes and a touchdown from Tom Brady against the Dolphins, the New England Patriots have released Antonio Brown and sent his ass packing. Craziness. Just a few short weeks ago, we were talking about helmets with Antonio Brown. Now we're talking about he doesn't even have a team. That's insane. Antonio Brown is insane. Like, this is like whole other level stupid. Like, you want your way out of Oakland. You want out of the Raiders. You get your way. Then you go to the place that you wanted to go to all along. And I don't even care what it is. And we've seen the reports of what it is. It's a simple fact of you got what you wanted. And then, of course, as so often the case, when people get what they want, they screw it up. And Antonio Brown screwed it up. Like, what are you doing? Texting anything that could be construed as anything to one of your accusers. That is stupidity of the highest order. Let's face it, without a lot of physical evidence, in these types of rape and sexual assault, sexual harassment type of cases, it is a lot of he said versus she said. And in a lot of cases, when you're trying to establish a certain level of proof, even in a civil type of environment, a civil court type of environment versus criminal, there has to be some ability to prove that there is a reason to establish that that person might have potentially done those things. You don't necessarily have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, which makes the threshold a little different. But still, what you don't want to do is provide any type of ammunition to your accuser and their attorneys, because they are going to pounce and pounce as they should. And this incredibly idiotic moron did just that. And if you ask yourself what makes this so different from the stuff that he was actually being accused of, the New England Patriots looking at it as saying, well, he's got a chance as long as he didn't do anything stupid here. He couldn't even make it a week! Like, beyond talking about Antonio Brown probably being bipolar and having mental health issues and all of this, he's just a knucklehead. Like, you have plenty of people who are bipolar and face other mental health issues that do not do the idiotic, stupid shit that we are seeing Antonio Brown doing. So I hate the fact that we're going to sit there and use that mental health excuse, that mental health crutch, and eventually he's going to cowardly duck behind it and hide behind it and not be willing to take accountability for his stupidity. And then I look at the enablers around him, the fucksticks that have allowed this to happen. I'm looking at you, Agent Drew Rosenhaus. I'm looking at his other friends, his boys, his family, everybody. Y'all help contribute to this. Y'all are just as much of the problem, damn near, as Antonio Brown's own stupidity is. Because Antonio Brown, in the course of a couple of weeks, has put himself in a position where he has lost $30 million. Poof, gone, never to return, never. Not to mention additional sponsorship and endorsement money that probably was worth a few million more. This stupid fucking idiot in less than a month lost $30 million. If he continued that for an extended period of time, at this point in this country, he'd be qualified to run for fucking president of the United States. Am I wrong? No! But I can't imagine for the life of me how an agent sits there and helps orchestrate this shit to where he risks $30 million of guaranteed money, no matter what, guaranteed money with his client, then gets him into another situation. I can't even. The dude lost over $30 million. He deserves none of your sympathy, none of your emotion, none of your care. As far as I'm concerned, for the time being, Antonio Brown can F right off, stay the hell out of the league, and never return. Because there are a lot of other men that would sit there and appreciate the opportunity, appreciate the funds they are receiving, and do better with it, and do better by others with it. Like we are hearing stories about Antonio Brown having this lengthy track record of screwing people over. Well, ultimately, it carried over to himself because he effed himself over, and he has nobody else to blame but himself in this situation. What an incredibly stupid moron. And I'm sure some of you in the comments will say, you can't say that, we meant to have to. Again, I have dated people with mental health issues, and they have been nuts and off the wall sometimes. But I promise you what they wouldn't do is the level of type of stuff that Antonio Brown is, to the point where they cost themselves $30 million! $30 million! How you look now, asshole? Here's the guy that put himself on camera jumping up and down and celebrating when it got cut by the Raiders. Idiot! You flushed $30 million down the damn toilet. And then when you had a chance to even recoup some of that money in an even better situation, playing alongside the greatest quarterback of all time, playing underneath the greatest head coach of all time, you couldn't contain yourself. You couldn't help yourself. Antonio Brown could piss right off. He could stay away from football. Just done talking about him. What a joke. What a clown. And the first thing he should be doing is firing Drew Rosenhaus and finding somebody that'll better represent him and better actually look out for him. Because Rosenhaus failed him too. His friends and family, these idiots that have enabled him, they need to be fired too. You say, well, you can't fire friends and family. The hell you can't. Antonio Brown needs to do some real soul searching. Because if he doesn't, he's never going to play in the NFL again. He's going to be another one of those guys we're hearing about in 5 or 10 years that declares bankruptcy, is broke, and struggles through the rest of his life. And on top of all of that, he's put his place, his spot in the Hall of Fame at risk. You got to be a real idiot to want to do all of that. And in a couple of weeks, Antonio Brown has managed to accomplish all of it. Congratulations, sir. You win the Dwayne Rudd Idiot Award for a lifetime.